I don't care about what happens to Threads. I don't really care what happens to Mastodon, and I don't really care what happens to ActivityPub long term. I like Mastodon, I like ActivityPub a lot. I don't care if they fail, honestly, because I think the biggest difference here long term and the biggest impact is not the protocol itself, it's not the app itself with any of these apps. It's the fact that people are learning that there are alternatives, that there are alternative ways of, just existing in the web and of having these moments of connection in digital spaces. I think that's the most important legacy, and it's already there. We've had stories in the media and for months now about Twitter alternatives that mention Mastodon, that mention ActivityPub, that mention the Fediverse. We've had people talking about the open web again. We've had people actually seriously consider decentralized social media and, open APIs and actually connecting social media to each other without them having been owned by the same corporation, right? The fact that Meta, this big social media giant that's kind of the original social media giant, right, with Facebook, is even having to do that as a marketing tactic. The fact that even if they never introduced the feature, the fact that they put it there, the fact that they promoted it, the fact that it's in the onboarding, and the fact that there are conversations on my Threads feed that I see every single day about Mastodon, about ActivityPub, about decentralization, I think that's the biggest impact. And I don't care if everything blows up and 2 months from now. I'll be sad, obviously. I'll have to go find somewhere else to go if Mastodon blew up. But I think the change is happening already just because so many more people are getting exposed to these ideas. Because honestly, I view myself as an example of somebody that a lot of people in the Fediverse would have probably given up on, would have probably not considered as somebody that could have ever joined or cared. I'm a marketer, so I represent the corporate interests in many ways for many people. I am a tech marketer. I've often really enjoyed the corporate social media platforms. Like, you'd look at me a year ago and you'd think, no, this person would never join Mastodon. She'd never bother. She would never become an advocate for it. But I did join. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I just wanted to keep up with some people. I didn't care about the Fediverse. I didn't know about the protocol. It all seemed complex and unnecessary. I just wanted to see cool posts. But just being there and seeing the energy and talking to people and listening and learning more, I started caring a lot. I started remembering what the internet was like when I was a kid. I started remembering how much I loved having all of these places and how much I loved having community-owned websites and social platforms and forums and all of that. I learned so much more about governance and models and how APIs can be used for things that are not, finance or other things I had worked with before. And now I care a lot and I keep trying to learn more, and I've taught other people about it and people are listening. You get 100 Mariyas out there and you know that you're starting to make a difference, right? You get 1,000 Mariyas out there, something's actually going to happen. It's a movement.